Oasis is gonna use to torture Aaron. And by torturing him, she's going to cause him insomnia. Hey, it's Coach Vukan, and today we're gonna talk about the 3 types of insomnia demons. Why is that important? Why is it gonna be hugely important for you to learn about the 3 types of insomnia? Because if you're somebody who wants to have normal sleep at night so that you can have lots of energy during the day, knowing the 3 different types of insomnia, some of them are small and some of them are big. So if the insomnia or bad sleep that you have is just a small white house, and if you took a big cannon and tried to shoot that mouse with it, what's gonna happen? You're just gonna blow a hole in the middle of your floor. That's not gonna help you. On the flip side, if the insomnia that you're fighting against, if it's bigger, if it's big as a dinosaur, and if you took a pocket knife against a T-Rex, that's not gonna help you. So we want to know what the different types of insomnia are so that we can best equip ourselves, so that we can know what type of weapon we need to put in our tool belt so that we can best deal with that and have that energy and vitality and drive throughout the day. So let's get started. Last time, let me check where did we leave off? We left off, that's right, Oasis. We left off in the White House. We were just entering the White House, and let's get back to the White House's corridor. So we're walking just a few steps. We're walking down. I want you to imagine you and me are walking down the corridor of the White House, and you can see the paintings of all these presidents. There's John F. Kennedy to your left, the man who said, "We choose to go to the moon and do the other things, not because it is easy, but because it is hard." So there's John F. Kennedy here, there's Teddy Roosevelt over there, there's Obama smiling with his bright smile. All these presidents left and right, and there's the American flag, and you can also see there's a lot of activity, a lot of people in business suits going left and right, talking with each other, talking on phones, and you can smell light perfumes and heavy colognes. It's a very busy environment, and in that environment, walking down the hallway, we're following Oasis, the queen of misery and despair. As we're following her in her formal gray suit, she shifts a corner. Now there's even less people. As we shift the corner, we see even less people. And as we continue moving forward alongside with her, we shift another corner, and there's even less and less people. And finally, we enter inside a white space. Just white walls, white floor, white ceiling. Nothing interesting. No doors, no windows. Just a small little isolated place. And as you start wondering, what are we doing here? Oasis goes to one of the walls. She presses her palm on the wall, and a door opens as you can't see the wall here, but you can see this one. Yeah, you can imagine us pressing on the wall and a door appearing. And you can see from that door stairs leading downwards. There are these stone stairs and stone walls leading down with small light bulbs at the ceiling, lighting up the way into the catacombs of the White House. Would you like to see what's down there? You do? Alright, we're we'll have a look at what's downstairs and what is Oasis wanting to do there in just a few moments. Now, we gotta go back to Ron, the apple pie businessman. And that's just, I know you're curious what's beneath the White House, but hey, this is storytelling. We gotta make it interesting. We gotta pause at an interesting point, right? And by the way, if this is your first time on this channel, make sure you subscribe down below and hit the notification button. Now, Ron, the apple pie businessman, last time we just left him, he was very stressed, if you remember that. He had a super stressful day at work. He kind of lost $1 million deal in his business. He kind of felt like he had lost his business, and not just lost his business, but he felt like he had let down his grandmother, that he had broken the promise that he had made to her. And have you ever felt like that? Like right before sleep, you felt very stressed, whether it was at work or with your relationships, and you were maybe anxious or even afraid if you're gonna fall asleep that night. Well, if you've had anything like that, last time we shared about, I shared some very useful tips on exactly what you need to do in those situations. So if you ever find yourself in a situation like that, or maybe you're right now in a situation like this, or you're just curious what to do in those moments, definitely go back and rewatch episode 4 about how to deal with a lot of stress right before sleep. Now, let's go back to Ron, and I am glad to report that, let's just adjust things here, there we go. Last night Ron had 8 hours of restful sleep. Today he is waking up this morning and with his brown hair all in all kinds of direction, and his brown beard still not combed up. He's looking like a brown grizzly bear that's just waking up from hibernation. He's not just rested, he's full of energy and vitality, and he's ready to roar and take down Oasis. In just a few moments, we're gonna have a fight between Ron and Oasis, between this grizzly bear of a businessman and the queen of despair. And now, let's go back to Oasis again, and let's go back to the catacombs of the White House. So we're walking down together with Oasis down those stairs, and it's been 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. We're just walking down these stone steps, and you can hear Oasis's shoes making that clack, clack, clack sound down the steps. And you're starting to wonder, how far are we gonna go down? Until suddenly we appear in front of a door. A door with the name Aaron Austin, just a label, Aaron Austin, nothing else. You're starting to wonder, who is this man? As you start wondering, Oasis takes her hand, she opens the door, and she enters inside into the Batcave. Let's see what's inside, shall we? Inside, at the far corner of the room, you can see a man sitting in front of 12 computer screens in all kinds of sizes, with all kinds of pictures on them. And he's sitting beside them, or in front of them, and he's typing furiously fast. Who is this man? What is he doing? Well, Aaron Austin, his job is to protect America from the worst cyber attackers, from the worst cyber hackers. You can think of him almost as Batman. What happens in Gotham City when the GCPD and Commissioner Gordon and all the other cops, when they cannot deal with one of the big villains? They take the bat signal, they flash up the big bat symbol in the sky, and they call Batman. Well, this is exactly what the White House has Aaron Austin do. They have him deal with the biggest cyber villains who try to attack the American citizens. And Aaron is focused. He's so focused on the screens, on what he's doing, that a baby elephant could enter into his bat cave and he wouldn't even notice. So Wisest, she doesn't even take down her shoe, she just enters inside. And we follow inside with her to see what is she gonna do. Well, what she does is this. From her back pocket, she takes out a drop-shaped device, the smallest little device. She takes that, and what she's gonna do, she's gonna use this device to put Aaron into a state of insomnia. How? Well, she's gonna use what the Chinese call, she's gonna use the Chinese water tap torture. Have you ever heard how the Chinese tortured people and put them in insomnia? This is really interesting. So, back in World War I, what the Chinese did, they would capture prisoners of war. They would put them inside a room with a dark room with no light, no doors, one door from where they entered, but no other doors, no window, just walls, just stone walls, a stone ceiling, stone floor, no chairs, no bed, nothing like that, just a sink from where water would drip, and it would go like this, drip, 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 drip. And it would go like this for hours, sometimes for days. And the person that was inside, the prisoner of war, he could not sleep. He just couldn't sleep from that incessant, irritating sound that the water was making. And a lot of people, after 24 or 48 hours or 78 hours, they would break up and reveal all their secrets to the Chinese, to the enemy. This is the device, this water-shaped device Oasis is gonna use to torture Aaron. And by torturing him, she's going to cause him insomnia. So she takes that water drop-shaped device and she puts it, she sticks it into the main computer of Aaron. And as she does so, she smiles, because she's not just gonna use that device to put Aaron into a state of bad sleep, she's gonna use it to I don't want to reveal too much here, but this is going to be big when it comes to her fight against Somnus. She's gonna use this man, Aaron, to strike a shot, a body shot with an arrow against Somnus. I don't want to reveal too much here. We'll see what happens there. Just know for now, Aaron, keep an eye on this character. He's gonna be big moving forward. So let's go back to Ron. Yeah. Let me just check my notes real quick. So Ron is preparing for a fight today. He is in his study. Now you can see him sitting on a couch. He's sitting on a couch next, right before his fireplace. You can hear the crackling of the firewood. And actually, let's come closer together, closer to him. And as we do, you can feel the warmness from the fireplace. You can see Aaron is sitting on a couch. There's a couch next to him prepared. And there's a couch, another couch, or no, a sofa right in front of the fireplace with Ron and the other couch, which he's prepared for Wises. He's prepared that for calling her and having a conversation with her, having this fight. So let's sit down on the sofa, make yourself comfortable, grab a pillow, and let's see what happens. So as we sit down, you can see Ron adjusting himself on the sofa, doing one of these, cracking his wrists, cracking his fingers, preparing to face off Wises, the woman who gave him insomnia for the last 2 months. He's preparing himself, he's getting ready, and now all he needs to do, as Somnus told him the last time, all he needs to do is just summon her. That's the first step. He needs to call her name. Wises, misery, despair, I summon you into my house. And Miseria, Wises, she appeared right before Ron. And she smiled. Ah, my favorite subject. Hello, Ronald. So tell me, how did you sleep last night? And now it was time for Miseria to get surprised because Ron said, well, thank you for your question. I slept very well. What do you mean you slept well? Well, I had a very nice conversation last night with an old man called Somnus, and Somnus was here? Yes, do you know him? I do know him. Say no more. So, why did you summon me, mortal? I summoned you, said Ronald, because I want to play the game of despair with you. The game of despair, said Wises. Do you know what you're asking? Do you know the stakes? If you lose the game of despair, I'm gonna give you not just 2 or 3 bad nights here and there. I'm gonna give you bad, restless sleep 7 days a week, 30 days, 31 days in the month, every single day in the year. Are you prepared for that? Ron took another deep breath and he said, yes. And if I win, you leave me be. You leave my sleep to me. Yes, said Miseria, I do. So, let's play, shall we? Now, before we play the game of despair, let's ground ourselves in reality for a moment and talk about why games? And to answer that question, why playing games is something that can help you with your insomnia. To answer that question, we need to go back to the title of this video, which I mentioned in the beginning, the 3 types of insomnia demons and how they affect your sleep. So, let's talk about that. The 3 types are, let me see, transient, acute, and chronic insomnia. These are the 3 main types. Transient, this is the smallest, tiniest demon. It's small with a matchstick, okay? It's like a matchstick. this is the type of sleep where you have trouble sleeping, maybe for a day or two, maybe you have a stressful event coming up, if you've ever found yourself right before a big presentation that you needed to give, just 1-2 days before a presentation, maybe you felt you had some bad nights, but after that was over, after the presentation was done and that stressful event was gone, you slept well again. It's like transient insomnia. It's a matchstick of a demon. You can't even call it a demon because the wind blows, the slightest breeze just removes it. So that's the first one. The second type of insomnia is called acute insomnia, and this one is not just a matchstick. This is more like a campfire in the woods. This is something that goes on for days and sometimes weeks, 2-3 weeks, up to a month. It can go with bad sleep. For this one, to remove it, you might need some help there, not just a wind breezing through. You might need to take a water bottle and pour some water on that bitch, or take some sand and use that. The thing is, you gotta chances are you might need to do something to take care of that. The third type of insomnia is called chronic insomnia, and this is the one where you have at least 3 bad nights a week, and you have those for months or years, and sometimes decades at a time. People living all their lives with chronic insomnia. You could there's a lot of cases like that as well. And when it comes to chronic insomnia, when somebody is in that state, what typically happens is they get very, very serious about having that type of insomnia. They think they need to, let me put it this way. They see it as a fight, that like they are going to war and they need to fight against a big enemy. And that is a very bad way to approach insomnia, because when it comes to insomnia, what you resist persists. What you accept dissipates. And that is why when you have the bigger your insomnia is, the less you want to fight against it. Okay, I know it sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but that is the way to get back to normal, restful sleep. The bigger the problem is, the less you wanna fight against it. And there is other very good reasons for that as well. If you wanna learn more about why, definitely rewatch episodes 1, 2, and 3 to find more information about that. For now, just know the bigger the problem seems when it comes to sleep, the less you wanna try and fight against it. But the question becomes, if we don't wanna fight, if we don't want to see it as some big battle on the battlefield, how do we deal with the problem? One of the best ways I've found to do it is simply view your insomnia not as a battle, not something you gotta push against or fight against, but instead as something that you can play with, as something that you can have fun with. And that is one of the reasons, by the way, I created this channel as a entertainment type series. That's one of the reasons. When I'm gonna get close and personal here for a moment. When I created this channel, I had a choice. I could either have it as an education type channel, or I could make it as a more entertainment type channel. I could play it safe with the education channel, because 99.99% of people in business, that's what they do. They just post advice. Here's this problem that you have, do this, do this, do this. But I wanted to reach the most amount of people so that I can help the most amount of people. And two, I felt that in my gut, I felt it that by going with a mix of the two, education and entertainment, that would be the best way to do that. And to me, following my gut and reaching a lot of people, helping people, that's what makes me feel truly alive. It's one of my favorite feelings. So that's why it was a no-brainer. I did this as an entertainment type series, and here we are today. So when it comes to that, this is also very important for you, because by having this as an entertainment type series, one of my goals is to shift the way that you view sleep. A lot of people, they view it as a bad thing, and that causes them to get more bad sleep. As we talked about in the previous episodes, what you focus on, you get more of. If your focus is on bad sleep, you're gonna get more bad sleep. If your focus is on good sleep, you're gonna get more good sleep. So by me having this channel as an entertainment type series, my goal is to shift your focus, to change your frame of sleep, and for you to view it as something that is good, something that you look forward to, that you love having in the night, and you love your days throughout the day. So that is why we're playing games. Now let's go to the game of despair. There we go. And in the game of despair, who starts? So, imagine we're again sitting on that sofa. We're sitting on that white sofa with the pillows. You're resting nicely. You can see we have all Wises to the right, Ron to the left, and we begin. Both of them sitting down. Now, what type of game is this if they're both sitting down? We have them both standing up. Ron is standing up, and now we begin the game of despair. Despair starts. She looks at Ron, and she starts off strong. She says, "Ronald, you are failing. Your business just failed. You lost $1 million deal. You failed your business, you failed your employees, you failed your grandmother, the promise that you made her. What are you going to do?" Strong start from Miss Area. What has Ron in his corner? Ron, keeping calm, cool and collected, looking at Miss Area, he says, "I am not failing. I am succeeding." "You are succeeding? What do you mean?" "Ron, for the last 20 years, your goal has been, you told your grandmother that you are going to take your apple pie business and bring it to the world, to every space, to every country. And you haven't done that, have you? For the last 20 years, Ronald, you have been failing." Ron, again, cool, calm, collected, he said, "For the last 20 years, I have been succeeding." "You what?" "That is correct. I took an apple pie recipe from a village, from my small grandma's village that nobody had even heard of, and I took it in every single state of America for the last 20 years. And now I am going into Asia. You're not going anywhere, you stupid fool. You just lost your deal with a Chinese businessman. What are you gonna do now? Your door to the Asian market is shut. The door, said Ronald, the door to that one Chinese businessman may be shut down. But aren't there other doors? Aren't there other hundreds, thousands, maybe tens of thousands of businessmen who can open that door? I think there are. Miseria paused here for a moment, thinking, how do I put this man into misery, into a state of despair? I'm gonna crush him. Oh, I know exactly how I'm gonna do it. You little fool. You just lost your $1 million deal. You have to file for bankruptcy. You're done. Give up. Just admit it. Your business is destroyed like an apple pie in crumbles. It is crumbled down. It is on the floor and it is... I am stepping on it right now. And Miseria made a few movements with her shoe on the floor as if she was stepping down on Ronald's apple pie empire. Ron looked at her and he said, well, actually, I just got on the phone with 12 banks today. And the first 11 of them, they said, when I asked them for funding for the business, they said no, that's not the right opportunity. But the 12th one, after I explained to them what I've been doing, what I want to do, how I want to take my apple pie business to the world, they said, you know what? That sounds very exciting. Let's do business together. We're gonna invest with you. So I didn't get $1 million. They gave me $10 million. Now, Miseria was quiet. And Ron continued. So, this is it. I'm gonna have another call also with that Chinese businessman that you mentioned earlier. Thank you for reminding me about him. I got him to say yes once. I'm pretty confident I can get him to say yes again. And if not, I have other people that I can call also and open that door to Asia. I'm going in that direction from Asia to Europe, and the rest of the world will soon follow. As Ron started getting excited and passionate, talking about how he's taking his apple pie business to the world, you could see him, Miseria's face turning gray. Imagine a gray moldy ice cream in a bucket of ice cream. And imagine taking 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 scoops out of it. And those holes looked like, that ice cream bucket looked like Miseria's face right now. Just gray, moldy, and 2 dark holes instead of her eyes. She looked at Ronald and she said, very, very well, little human. You won this game. But know this, I will be back. And at this, Miseria disappeared. And now, we enter, you and me, let's leave Ronald. He won the game. Let's follow Miseria and see what she's up to. Well, this time, we find ourselves in a mist. There is just a gray mist all around and a lone figure in the mist. Miseria, looking small, holding her shoulders, looking very sad and very, well, miserable in that moment. And as she's standing there small, you would hear the click, clack of shoes. Somebody's coming, and as you try to make up what that shape is throughout the mist, you see a man in a slick purple suit with a white shirt and a yellow duckling yellow bow tie, beaming, his face beaming with happiness, coming towards Miseria, coming towards Oasis, and saying, "Hello, Oasis, I think it is time to talk." And here is where we are gonna pause our story. Now, before we end here, I just want to thank you for hanging out with me, for watching these episodes, for educating yourself, for entertaining yourself. And as you do, as you keep doing this, you will notice how going to sleep is gonna shift you, and you're gonna start one day pretty soon to view your sleep as something good, something you look forward to and you absolutely love. That is one of my biggest goals for you with this channel. So keep watching, keep hanging out with me, keep coming here. I upload these videos every Monday and Friday, so in just a few more days, we're gonna find out what's gonna happen between Oasis and Insomnia. So come back here and let's hang out again. Alright, until then, I will see you very soon. Goodbye.